Hello friends, this is Dr. Rajiv Gupta. The institute name is SMT MD Patel Institute of Physical Science and Research Anand. I am continuing the lectures on MSc Organic Chemistry semester 1st, where the subject is Organic Chemistry first and subject code is PS01CCHE22. The unit number is first, which is related to stereochemistry. The keywords are elements of chirality. So today we are going to talk about chiral axis, chiral plane and helicity and their CIP nomenclature. Means we will assign R or S to these systems, to these chiral systems. Okay, let's start. Axis of chirality or chiral axis. In a previous lecture we took chiral center, where we assign RS nomenclature to that system. Here we will assign RS system to this chiral axis. So molecules which have chiral axis are like elongated tetrahedral. Okay, if in a tetrahedral structure, if we elongate the tetrahedral carbon with more than one carbon atoms, then we will get a elongated tetrahedral where all the four substituents will not be present in a single plane, in a single molecular plane, as this normal tetrahedral. These compounds will be optically active and chiral. Here chiral center is not necessary. Presence of chiral center is not necessary. Just presence of chiral axis makes the compound a chiral compound, a optically active compound, as we seen in symmetric criteria, where we check plane of symmetry and center of symmetry in a molecule. These both type of symmetries will not be present in these type of molecules which contain chiral axis. We can represent this type of molecule by following general representation. This is the general representation. If A and B get close to this, suppose if A and B, which are present as base and dash in this structure, if we directly attach to this, then we get a tetrahedral structure. But if we move this far away from this C and D, and in this between, in this portion, in this middle portion, a rod like structure, or we can say that more than one carbon atoms are present, like any manner, which are present in these compounds like allyne derivatives, pyranes, hemispyranes and biphenyls, and many more other compounds. So this becomes a elongated tetrahedral, and this elongated structure, this elongated, which we see here as a axis, this elongated structure becomes a chiral axis in these derivatives. See, this is general representation. Okay, we can fit all these type of compounds. We can fit all these type of compounds in this structure. So this is chiral axis, where four substituents will be present at terminals or at end. These C and D, both substituents or both groups are present in plane of paper, and these both substituents are present at wedge and dash, means above plane and below plane. Now how we will assign RS nomenclature, RS system to this RS assignment to this chiral axis? Here is the simple rule which is shown graphically, okay, which is shown graphically here. Imagine this molecule is, as shown here, situated as a horizontal line or horizontal direction. We will imagine or we will visualize this molecule like this, as standing position, okay, where we will move this wedge dash portion at downside, and we will put this planar portion, which is shown here by solid lines, at upper side, okay. So just we have moved this portion like this, just we move this portion downside and we get this type of structure, okay. Now how we will define this RS? First we will draw this type of structure, means according to RS system and CIP rules, first we have to give priority orders of these four substituents. So to give this priority order, first we have to arrange these four substituents like this, okay. So we draw a plus sign, okay. It is not Fisher projection, it is just a representation or to find out RS for this chiral axis. A horizontal line and a vertical line. On vertical line we will show wedge and dash like this. On upper side we will show wedge, and then downside we will show a wedge. And this solid line portion which is present on plane of paper in this structure, we will put on horizontal line, okay. So as we see, this substituent C or group C is present at left hand side in this structure, so we will put it at left hand side in this diagram. This D group present at right hand side, so we will put it at right hand side or horizontal line. So these both substituents or both groups will be shown on horizontal line in this structure. Now comes on to the A and B which are present on wedge and dash. We will put A on wedge and B on dash at this vertical line, okay. So this is the first arrangement. This will apply for all these type molecules, for these all molecules, all type of molecules, all type of examples of chiral axis. We will follow this general way, this same way, okay. Now after this arrangement, left, right and wedge and dash, we will provide priority order according to CIP rule, where we check atomic number of directly attached atom to the chiral axis, okay. Here we will not say chiral center, here we will say that chiral axis. Now we will provide priority according to atomic number to the wedge dash part only first, means first we will give priority to the wedge dash part only. We will not consider this horizontal part, we will consider only this wedge dash part, and in wedge dash part we will see the priority according to atomic number. Suppose the atomic number of that atom, A is that atom which is directly attached to this chiral axis. Suppose A has higher atomic number compared to B, like this. So A will get highest priority 1 and B will get priority 2. When the assignment of priority order completed for wedge dash portion, then we will move next towards this horizontal line, this horizontal portion. Okay, suppose the priority of D is higher than C, means atomic number of D is higher than C, then we will give it third number and we will give it fourth number. Okay, so first we provide priority order for wedge dash portion and next we will provide priority order for this horizontal portion. Okay, remind that it is not Fisher projection, it is just a method to solve RS assignment, for chiral axis only. Okay, because this is not chiral center, it is chiral axis, which is represented like this. Now after providing this priority order 1, 2, 3 and 4, we will use chirality rule, where we move from 1 to 2 and 2 to 3 and make a arc. If arc direction is clockwise, then we will assign capital R, and if arc direction is anti-clockwise, then we will assign S. See here, if we move from 1 to 2 and 2 to 3, then 1 to 2, here 3 should not be come first after 1. After 1 it should be 2. We will not consider fourth number here. 1 to 2 and 2 to 3. See, the direction is anti-clockwise, so we will assign it as S. Remind, we will not see wedge dash vertical or horizontal portion for fourth number substituent. If it is at horizontal line or wedge dash, which one? That fourth number, the answer will be remain as it is, means we will not convert the answer, means S to R or R to S. If we found anti-clockwise, then it is S, the final result is S. If it is clockwise, that the final result will be R. There will be no change in this assignment, because this is not Fisher projection. It is not a Fisher projection, it is just a method to solve RS assignment of chiral axis. Okay, so this is S. Now see other examples. This is the example of Alene derivative. Alene, a type of cumulene, where we see these repeated double bonds without a single bond in between. This alene structure is substituted alene derivative, where all the four substituents, all the four groups which are attached to this chiral axis, carbons double bond carbon, double bond carbon, this rod like structure, this is considered as chiral axis, and these all the four groups are different. So imagine this structure like this standing position. Okay, remind this planar portion. Okay, chlorine, bromine, carbon, 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 these all five atoms are considered here as planar, which are present in plane of the paper or plane of the screen, and hydrogen is present above the screen and this is below the screen, means wedge and dash. So this planar portion should be put upside and this base dash portion at lower side. Now the same thing, draw this type of structure, horizontal line and vertical line, above side this base portion and dash portion. Bromine which is at left side put at horizontal, this chlorine right side at horizontal, on wedge hydrogen, and deuterium atom this is on dash. Now second, give the priority. First, provide the priority to wedge dash portion only. See, here hydrogen atom, this is deuterium atom. Atomic number of both are same. For both, atomic number same. Now check atomic mass. Deuterium's atomic mass is 2 and hydrogen atomic mass is 1. So deuterium will get priority first and it will get second. Now move to this horizontal portion. Bromine and chlorine. Bromine has higher atomic number compared to chlorine, so it will get higher priority compared to chlorine, so it will get third number. Okay, 1 2 and it is 3. Now last one is 4. Now move 1 to 2 and 2 to 3 and make a arc. 1 to 2 and 2 to 3. We get the direction of arc anti-clockwise, so it is S. So this chiral axis in this L derivative has S configuration. Now comes to this example. It's an example of biphenyl derivative. This is the first phenyl ring, this is second phenyl ring. Both are attached to a single bond which is also called a pivotal bond here. A pivotal bond. Okay. Here these type of molecules also show atrop isomerism, a type of anisomering. Atrop isomerism where rotation of these two phenyl rings around this carbon-carbon single bond is restricted due to these bulky groups which are present at ortho position compared to this ring. Okay, this ortho positions or second number positions. So due to restricted rotation around this single carbon bond or pivotal bond, these structures become chiral. Okay, these structures become chiral and their mirror image isomers, its mirror image isomer will be an isomer of this, and a special different name is given for this isomerism which is called atrop isomerism. So let's assign the RS for this chiral axis. See, this is chiral axis. Okay, this is chiral axis. These substituents are different. Imagine this structure is present on plane of the paper and this phenyl ring present as wedge and dash. This carboxylic towards viewer and this iodine is away from viewer. Okay. Now move this in this direction. Wedge dash portion goes to downside and we can imagine. So at right hand side in planar portion we will see carboxylic group. So carboxylic group will come here at horizontal line. Okay. Remind, this planar portion will go to at horizontal line. Okay. At vertical we put this base dash. COH goes to right, this sulfonic acid goes to here. Iodine which is present on dash, it comes here, and carboxylic this comes here. Okay, now provide priority. Iodine has high atomic number compared to carbon, so it get first 1, it get 2. Now in this sulfur has higher priority compared to carbon. Here sulfur atom is directly attached to chiral axis, here carbon atom directly attached to chiral axis, so it will get third number and fourth number. Now we will move 1 to 2 and 2 to 3, 1 to 2 and 2 to 3, so it is anti-clockwise, so it get S. Now the other example is this. See, This planar portion here contains a hydrogen atom. This phenyl ring, here a hydrogen atom is present, which comes here. Here a carbon atom is present. This is carbon, CH2 methylene group, where carbon atom is directly attached to this portion. Okay, here carbon atom comes. Here as base dash, at base portion a hydrogen atom is present and dash a carbon atom. Okay, then 1 number, 2 number, 3 number and 4th number, it gets S. Okay, now we have to check if we see the molecule towards, here we are seeing the molecules towards wedge dash portion. Okay, wedge dash portion. This horizontal portion is situated back side to this wedge dash portion, and in between chiral axis is present, which cannot be shown here in this structure. If we observe this structure from back side, suppose back side, or suppose we imagine this horizontal portion as wedge dash and wedge dash portion as horizontal, then we should get the same configuration, because we see a molecule from either side, then the molecule is not changed, the molecule is same. So from this viewing direction, this RS should not be changed. So this is described in this example. A biphenyl derivative having chiral axis shows same configuration by either side of the molecule. By either side means if we see through planar portion, or if we see from wedge dash portion side, then we should get same configuration. It is shown in this example. It's a biphenyl derivative where carboxylic group and sulfonic groups are present. Okay, this structure is non-planar. Remind that plane of symmetry and center of symmetry is not present in this molecule, so this molecule is chiral. Okay, so we can draw this structure like this. Suppose we can imagine this portion planar and this portion as wedge dash in first example, then this portion as planar and this portion, second portion, as wedge dash in other example. In both cases we should get same configuration. We can draw this structure like this. In this first structure, we have rotated this molecule like this, in this direction. We move this portion downside. Okay, this portion downside, then these both carboxylic acid will be shown at same side, and these at same side opposite to this carboxylic acid, means carboxylic acid will be shown at left hand side and this will be at right hand side. And in other structure where we move this portion downside, then we will see that carboxylic acids, both carboxylic acids will be present at right hand side, and both these portions, both these groups will be at left hand side as shown here. Both carboxylic are present at left hand side, here these are right hand side, but here these are at left hand side and here right hand side. Now suppose this portion is, as we considered, present in plane of the paper, this above portion in both structures in plane of paper. Okay, so this portion we will put at horizontal line. Okay, here carboxylic, this sulfonic here. Okay, in this wedge dash portion, on wedge carboxylic acid is present, so this comes at wedge. Sulfonic acid present on dash, so this sulfonic acid groups comes here on dash. Now assign priority. Sulfur has higher atomic number compared to carbon, so it get 1, this is 2, it is 3 and 4. Now move 1 to 2 and 2 to 3, we get R. Okay, clockwise direction, so R. Now put this planar portion like this: sulfonic acid, carboxylic acid, wedge dash. On wedge sulfonic acid present, put here on wedge. On dash carboxylic acid is present, put here on dash. Now move 1 to 2 and 2 to 3, we will get same result. Okay, so there is no concern that from where side we are observing a molecule or we are observing a chiral axis. Okay, so we get the same result. Now another example, it's binephthol. Binephthol. Consider this portion, top portion in plane of paper, and this wedge dash. Here OH group present, here carbon. On wedge OH, on dash carbon. Now you get S. Similarly, this is example where two rings are attached, one aromatic ring and another a non-aromatic ring directly attached to a single carbon atom. Both are non-planar. It is present in plane. Okay. Remember, this is why it is in plane, because if both rings present in plane, if all the four rings are present in plane, then these both rings comes very closer and there will be a steric repulsion between these portions, because in this benzene ring a hydrogen atom is present, here also hydrogen atom, so this will repel each other. So these all system cannot be present in a single plane, in a single molecular plane. So to remove that strain, to remove that potential energy increase, this molecule become non-planar. By almost 90-degree rotation with this pivotal bond, this becomes non-planar. So this is present at plane of paper, but this portion present perpendicular to this plane. Okay, like wedge dash. So in this molecule, this planar portion goes to here at horizontal line. This is CO, carbonyl group. Here this is CH2 group. Okay, this is CH2 methylene group. Here at wedge portion it is CH2. CH, not CH2. It is by mistake it is written only CH. Okay, this is CH and here it is CO. Same method, assign priority to wedge dash first. This will be both carbon atoms, same atoms, so move towards next atom. Same rule will be applied as we learned in CIP rules. Oxygen atom directly attached to this carbon, but here two hydrogen atoms directly attached to this carbon, so it will get priority first, here second, this third and this fourth, and 1 to 2, 2 to 3 we will get anti-clockwise direction movement of R, so we get S. Now the next element of chirality is chiral plane or plane of chirality. We see the examples, we have seen the examples of chiral planes as ANSA compounds, paracyclophenes and transcyclooctenes. these are the three examples, molecular examples of chiral planes. So first example is ANSA compounds. ANSA compounds, these are the basic carbon skeleton of the ANSA compounds, where we see this benzene ring which is directly attached to two oxygen atoms, like you can imagine para dihydroxybenzene. Okay, para dihydroxybenzene, where two hydrogen atoms present on these two oxygen atoms are replaced by this methylene carbon chain, CH2 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 CH2. Depend on that number could be anything. Depend on this methylene carbon chain, its size could be larger or smaller, that is polymethylene chain. You can imagine this structure as a bucket. A bucket, like we can hold this from here, and this portion is like this, means this portion polymethylene chain is situated is perpendicular to this plane. Here this both oxygen atoms and these 6 carbon atoms, okay, both oxygen atoms and these 6 carbon atoms are present in a single plane, and this polymethylene chain is perpendicular to this plane, okay, perpendicular to this plane. So it's a bucket like, we can hold here. So here we can observe that, imagine that is a bucket downside, and upper this is a holding thing. Okay, so this carbon skeleton is for ANSA compound. See, this structure is optically inactive or achiral, because here a plane of symmetry is present. See, this, a plane of symmetry is present here. This half portion is just mirror image of this half portion. So this is achiral. So actually this is the basic carbon skeleton of ANSA compound. Actually ANSA compounds are the derivative of this carbon skeleton, where any substituent will be present here, which replace a hydrogen atom and will add here or here. 1, 2, 3 and 4, there are 4 positions which are available for substitution, or which could replace hydrogen to become this molecule chiral. Suppose any substitution is present here, either in these 4 positions, then this plane of symmetry will be lost. This plane of symmetry will be lost and this molecule become chiral, and this plane which is planar, with this plane which is which shows achiral nature of this compound becomes chiral, means due to substitution in this plane, means in 4 positions, at 4 positions of this benzene ring, this plane becomes chiral. So we called it plane of chirality or chiral plane. Okay. Now comes to paracyclophanes. In paracyclophanes, 2 benzene rings are directly attached to 2 polymethylene chains. This is polymethylene chain, first polymethylene chain, this is second polymethylene chain, like this. You can imagine this molecule as a sandwich. This is above side benzene ring, top side benzene ring, this is bottom benzene ring. Okay, this is just like sandwich, where this portion present at wedge and this backside portion is present on dash. This is the basic carbon skeleton of paracyclophane. This molecule is also optically inactive because here a plane of symmetry is present. This half portion is mirror image of this. So substitution at any these 8 positions, these available 8 positions, 1, 2, 3 and 4. See, 1, 2, 3 and 4. 1, 2, 3 and 4. Total 8 positions are available. Any one position if occupied by a substituent, then this plane of symmetry will lost in this compound and this become a chiral molecule. Okay, so this is just a carbon skeleton of paracyclophane. Now comes on to the transcyclooctane. Cyclooctane, where 8 carbon atoms are forming a closed chain. It is a 8-membered chain where 2 carbon atoms are unsaturated, one double bond is present. Due to presence of a single double bond, this become non-planar. This structure become itself not non-planar. Okay, non-planar like this or this. We can show these both types, and here these both types are anisomer to each other. Both types are mirror image to each other. So no substitution is required. As we see, ANSA compounds and paracyclophane need a substitution, means in plane of benzene ring a substitution is required, but here no substitution is required. This compound itself is chiral due to absence of plane of symmetry and center of symmetry. Okay, now assign RS nomenclature to this chiral plane. First we see the example of transcyclooctane. In transcyclooctane, we have numbered this structure like this. In this structure, this double bond portion, which is planar, 8, 1, 2 and 3, 8, 1, 2 and 3, these 4 carbon atoms, this portion is a planar portion, means situated in a single plane. It is shown here towards viewer. Okay, towards viewer, and this saturated polymethylene chain goes behind to this double bond. So these are plane in a plane. Here in this molecule, plane of symmetry and center of symmetry not exist. This is optically active and resolvable and chiral. Rule to assign RS. So assignment of RS somewhat different from chiral axis and chiral center. Okay, we move from non-planar portion to planar portion in this molecule. Okay, we are talking about transcyclooctane. In transcyclooctane, why we say transcyclooctane? Because this 8th number carbon atom and this 3rd number carbon atom or CH2 group both are anti to each other. See, both are trans. Okay, these both hydrogens are also trans or anti-manner. So this is called transcyclooctane. So how we will assign RS? We will move from non-planar portion to planar portion. Non-planar portion means polymethylene chain. Planar portion, that portion which contains double bond. In the molecule, if clockwise then R, if arc direction is anti-clockwise, then we will assign S. Okay, remember, we will move from non-planar portion to planar portion in the molecule, but here a condition is that double bond should lies away from the viewer. Okay, in the structure we will visualize the double bond away from the viewer. If it lies towards the viewer, then we will reverse the answer. If double bond is situated towards the viewer, then we will reverse the answer. Means if we get R, then we will convert into it as S. Okay. So this is the condition, non-planar portion to planar portion. And if we get clockwise arc, then R, anti-clockwise to S. But condition is double bond should lies away from the viewer. See this structure. Here double bond lies towards the viewer. We will move from this non-planar portion to planar portion like this. Non-planar portion, which is polymethylene chain, this CH2 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 chain, which is away from the viewer, we will move in this direction. This is non-planar to this planar, non-planar to planar, because non-planar is away farther from viewer and this planar is closer. So this non-planar to planar, we will get a clockwise direction of arc. So this clockwise direction of R, we should get capital R, but double bond is towards the viewer, so we will reverse the answer. So the actual configuration of this structure is S. Now consider this molecule. Here if we move from non-planar to planar, non-planar upside and planar downside, then we will get clockwise direction of arc. So the result will be R. Again, the double bond is away from viewer, so the result will be as it is. So configuration is capital R. Okay. So these both structures, okay, this first structure and second structure, both structures are mirror images of each other, which are not superimposable. It means both are enantiomers to each other. Okay, both are enantiomers to each other. So this is the description of RS assignment of chiral axis and chiral plane. In next part 2, we will continue this lecture. Okay, thank you. Subscribe the channel.